How can God's people care for creation well? Throughout Scripture, there are laws such as Sabbath laws, not just for God's people to rest, but the land to rest, oxen to rest. Right? All to say, there are laws about us limiting our footprint in the world. Here's a great story in Exodus 16. Israel is traveling through the wilderness, and God is providing them this manna, this bread from heaven, and they're to collect only 1 day's supply. And then on Friday, prior to the Sabbath, Saturday is the Sabbath. God gives them they can collect 2 days supply, and that second day has preservatives in it. It'll last the second day, right? What happens in the story though? The people of God collect more than they can. Right? That's just our natural human tendency, to collect more from the earth than we actually even need. Why? Because again, we are people who make security an idol, right? We worry about ourselves. We want to. And what happens though in the story? That extra food that they collect rots. What do we need to do? What ethic do we need to rediscover? Let the earth rot. We don't do so though. We want to take everything that we can from it. The image of rot, right? That's not a very positive image to accept. But just imagine if you're an ancient Israelite seeing all this food go to waste. Literally just rot. And I can imagine today, right? People looking at a bunch of forests, going, man, how much money that would make. Right? Looking at all these lands that are underdeveloped and saying, how much profit we can make off. How much, gosh, we're just letting it rot. Yes. Right? Because it's not yours. It's not all about efficiency. It's not all about profit. The scriptures speak about letting the land rest. It needs rest. Right? And actually, biologically, rot actually is restorative, as we know, right? Decay is actually restorative to lands and that kind of thing. And I think we need to accept the fact that we need to allow certain lands, for example, not to be developed. Let it go, right? And it will, quote, rot profitably. Let it be. It's not ours. That's the thing. It's not ours. And again, our job is not to extract everything out of it. Our job is to care for it well. And if we care for it well, we are both to benefit from it. So I think, when it comes to humans caring for the earth, I think a very just basic fundamental ethic that we need to adopt as God's people, and then to model this in our greater society, is just not to hoard. And this goes against our natural tendency for efficiency, right? Let's bleed out every single kernel we can get. Let's bleed out every single dollar that we can get. And here's the thing, in Israel, when you saw all this manna out there, God said, let it rot. It's fine. I'm going to take care of you. Trust me. And then we have a hard time doing that.